today, I'm going to be building a kitchen in 5 minutes, 15 minutes, and 1 hour. And the 5-minute timer starts now. So the first thing I'm going to do is, of course, add the walls. I'm thinking a 3x4 for this kitchen will be good, since we don't have a lot of time to make anything bigger. Add the floor, and before we forget, the roof. The first thing I want to do is I want to grab our cabinets to kind of plan out our kitchen. I'm thinking here we'll have our fridge, and I'm actually thinking I'm going to do some open shelving here so I don't need any more cabinets. I'm going to use the shaker counter here, and then I also want to grab an island. And then I might as well go ahead to grab the shelving now. I'm going to put one there, and I'll do a second level that stretches all the way across. And then I'm going to bring it out just a little bit. I think I want to color the cabinets and counters something like this. And then for the countertop, I'll do a white marble. And for these shelves, I think I'll change the material to wood grain and the color to a custom color. For the wall, I want to use subway tile. It is my go-to backsplash. And then these walls will just go ahead and make white. Now into appliances, let's grab ourselves a fridge. We'll use this Arctic fridge. And then here I want to put our dishwasher. And on top of that, I want to add this Pro Chef cooktop. And then our microwave we'll go ahead and put on this middle shelf here. Heading into plumbing, let's grab my favorite dual kitchen sink. And then let's go ahead and brighten all of these up. Like that is good. We have 2 minutes left, so let's grab ourselves some stools. We'll just use these industrial stools. And then I'll go ahead and grab a bowl of lemons to put in the center of the island right here. Before I forget, because we do not want a dark kitchen, let's go ahead and grab some light. I'll grab my favorite antique chandelier. And as always, double that up and change the color. Oh, and then let's make sure to color the floor before I forget. I think we'll just go with this large mosaic tiles. And then we don't have much time left, so let's quickly go ahead and grab some succulents. I'll put some up here on the shelves and one right there. And then the last thing I think we have time for are some books. So I'll just take these ordered plain books and change the color of those to some blues. And time is up. For 5 minutes, I think this is pretty decent. I mean, we've got all the things we needed to get in. All the appliances, the sink, the counters, and a few decorations, which is a bonus. And kitchens can take quite a long time to make, so I think for 5 minutes this is pretty good. And the 15-minute timer starts now. So I'm of course going to do the first thing I always do is add some walls. I'm thinking a 4x5 will be good. Add the floor, and then add a basic flat roof. Now that we have a lot more time in this kitchen, I'm definitely planning to add a lot more detail. I'm going to go ahead and get this out of the way and add a door frame. Now let's go ahead and grab some cabinets and plan out our kitchen. So I'm just going to use the shaker cabinets again. I'll put this tall shaker fridge cabinet here, and this tall shaker pantry cabinet right there. And then heading into counters, I think here we'll do some open shelving. So I'm going to grab some shaker counters, leave room there for the stove. I think right here will be our sink. And then I also want to add an island in the middle. Okay, now let's go ahead and grab some appliances. Put a fridge right here, our Pro Chef stove right there. And heading into plumbing, I'll go ahead and grab our dual kitchen sink. The next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and get some of the coloring out of the way. And for these counters, I think I'm going to actually go black with a wood countertop. I'm actually going to adjust the kitchen because there's some Z-fighting over here. And so I'm going to now get ourselves a different stove, the bigger one, this Pro Chef extra large stove. And for the island, I'll give it the same color as the counters, but the countertop I want to make a white marble instead. Oh, and then I think we can use this traditional hood right here. And then I'll color these cabinets black too. For the backsplash, I'm going to go with subway tile as always. And while I'm thinking about it, let's color this white. There you go, much better. And let's go ahead and add some windows. And I think I'm going to take this small panel window and make it shorter and wider. And then I'll copy that on each side. And also I'll put a few on this wall. I'm going to color this stove white, and I'll choose a lighter gray for the kitchen sink. And then underneath the hood here, I want to add some pots, like that works. And then over on here, I want to add some open shelving. And then I'm going to grab our microwave, color that white. And then I'm going to get some decorations to decorate these shelves. Grab some books, and I'll grab some plants as well. We have about 5 minutes left. I'm going to keep on working on the decorations here. And also, I'm going to add some of our counter appliances, like a coffee maker, a kettle, I'll grab a blender, and a toaster. Oh, and let's go ahead and color the floor as well. Don't want to forget about that. And then we also need some stools. And so I'll use these industrial stools because they just look really nice. And in the center of the island here, I am going to grab a bowl of fruit. Over here I'm going to place a cutting board. And something I like to do is I like to grab this napkin and ring and use it as a rolling pin. I'll grab this dish rack as well. We have 1 minute left. I'm going to grab some floor plants. And by some, I think just this one. And I'm also gonna get a trash can. We definitely need to get some lighting in here. And to do that, I think I'll use these cylindrical pendants and put them right over the island. And time is up. I think this is actually really good for 15 minutes. I mean, you don't need a whole lot more in the kitchen. I'd like to do some stuff with these windows so they're not as plain, maybe some like curtains or shutters or something, you know? And like obviously there's things I could do and could add. I think this 15-minute living room was a success. And now it's time for the 1-hour living room. And the 1-hour timer starts now. So the first thing we're gonna do is place some walls. I'm thinking for this living room, I'll do like a 4x6 would maybe be good. I have big plans for this living room. I have some inspiration as usual. So that's what I'm going to be trying to do since I have an entire hour, and I'm thinking if we can get this done, it's going to be looking really nice. The first thing I think I'll actually do is knock out this custom roof I want to do. So I'll place a floor up here to put our basic shapes on. And how I'm going to do this is I'm just going to take a cube, I'm going to flatten it all the way and bring it out all the way. Like that is good. And then I'll bring it up and I'll rotate it like that, and I'll bring it down until it's in the ceiling a little bit. And then I'll do the same thing on this side. So that's what it'll end up looking like in the end. I'm not really going to worry about this up here because we're only going to be looking at the inside anyways. And now that that's done, I need to make some custom glass windows up here. So once again, I'm going to place a floor. Grab ourselves a cube, which I'm going to use for the base of the window. Drag that down all the way like that. I'm just going to do 2 big windows. And then I'll bring that out just a little bit. Like that. And then now I'm going to grab a transparent horizontal wedge and flatten that as best I can. Scale that up. Then I'm going to head into structural, and I'm going to use structurals for the rest of this. Take it from this end up to this end and then back down. And then for a little bit extra detail, I'll go ahead and put these beams like this, and I'll just use the transform tool to push them into the window. And before I put the structurals inside of the window, I'm going to go ahead and copy it on this side since the structurals are already on the side we want them to be. Like that works, doesn't need to be perfect. And I'm actually going to take the standard square beam and drag it across like this so there's a little bit more of a border. And then I'll take this framed window here. And then actually before I go a whole lot further, I'm actually going to change the color of all these beams. Like that works, and then I'm going to take some structurals down here. It's not perfect, but I think it's good enough. And then I want to drag a large beam across the ceiling like that, and then some more beams that attach to that beam. That looks really good. And then I want to color the ceiling wood. I'm thinking these vertical planks since they are actually going horizontal this way. And then I totally forgot, I need to copy these windows over to this side. There we go. Now the last thing we need to do before we can finally start working on the kitchen, which is the actual reason why we're all here, is I need to put some windows on this wall here. And so I'll actually just use the windows that we already have made. And then I'm going to take another large beam and I'm going to drag that across here to kind of join all the pillars inside together a little bit like that. I'll of course do the same thing on this side. And then in between these windows, I'll grab a pillar and just continue it down like that. And I'm going to drag these pillars up the middle here. And then drag a structural beam across like that. Let's add some lighting in here. I think I'll go with this industrial pendant. I think like that is good for now. Let's go ahead and color the floor, and then we'll finally start on the kitchen. So grabbing some counters. Again, I'll just use these shaker counters. Put 4 across. And I'm going to go ahead and color those now. I think we'll go with a blue color again for the counter. And for the countertops, we'll go with wood. I'm actually going to change the color of the floor. And then we'll continue with the cabinets all the way along here, except for here where we'll leave a space for the stove. So let's go ahead and hop into appliances. Grab ourselves a fridge, a stove, a basic hood, and a dishwasher. And then once again, heading into plumbing, we'll get ourselves a dual kitchen sink. There we go, and let's go ahead and grab our dining table. I like the look of this industrial dining table, so I think we'll just use this one. And then on this side, we'll grab some rustic chairs. And on this side, we'll grab a bench. And then I'm going to go ahead and dress up the table here. Grab some placemats, some plates, a fork, and a spoon. And then we'll also grab some cups. And then in the center of the table, I want to add a fruit bowl. Oh, I want to add a runner. I'm actually going to get rid of these cups. And I'm also going to head into lighting, and I'm going to grab a lantern and some plants. And then why not add this horse? I think that's good for the dining table. And I think I'm going to start here on this counter. So the first thing I want to do is go to storage, and I want to get some corner cabinet here. I think I'll take this modern corner shelf. Like that works. And then I'll go ahead and fill this up with a bunch of random decorations. And then I'll grab some vases. That's good. Time is halfway over and there's no way we're gonna need a full 30 minutes to finish out this kitchen. So we'll have to maybe figure out something else to do, like maybe add some plants on the outside. That could be a good use of our time. I think this will be like our preparation counter, so I'll grab a cutting board and a napkin and ring. We'll get a dish drying rack. Then we can also put some spices and stuff here as decoration. Here I think was where we'll put our coffee maker and tea kettle. And then I think we'll put our blender and toaster right here. I think we should add some shelving. So I think I'm gonna have one shelf that goes all the way across like this. And I'll go ahead and bring these out a little bit because we need to place our microwave on one of them. Let's go ahead and grab a cup of utensils and a cup of spoons. Oh, the other thing I just thought about that we need, which we didn't add in any of our any of our kitchens, is a soap dispenser. You could also use a sponge, so I'll grab this small box, maybe move this over a little bit, place that there, and then I'll change this to the color of a sponge. And a hand towel would probably be good as well. And then for our microwave, I think we could put that like probably right here is a pretty good spot. Ooh, maybe get a stool like at the sink could be good. I'm wondering what it would look like if we changed these cabinets to a different color, like more of a green. Like what about this? Would this look better? Yeah, I think I like the look of this better. And then I'll finish filling up this shelf here with some dishes. And I'm gonna just keep adding some plants around to fill this place up. And then I'll add a little backsplash here of course, subway tile. I'll go ahead and head into structural and I'll grab a vertical plank that I can drag down to make it look like a towel. And then using the transform tool, I'll just raise it up a little bit and we'll color that. There we go, and now we have a little hand towel on the oven. Okay, we have about 15 minutes left and I'm thinking this is pretty good. I don't know of a whole lot else to add. I mean, I think I'll add some pillars here to separate the backsplash from the rest of the wall. I can maybe add like a chair over here. Maybe like this tufted armchair. Oh yeah, like see this is looking nice. I might move this table over just a little bit though, to give a little bit more space over there. Yeah, I think that's really good. I think then, since I have 10 minutes left, I'll go ahead and do some gardening on the outside. Okay, and time is up. Before we take a look at our 1 hour kitchen, I just wanted to do a quick recap. Here we have our 5-minute kitchen. Nothing special, I mean, it's pretty plain, but it's got everything you need in a kitchen. Here we have our 15-minute kitchen. Definitely has some more detail. Definitely bigger, you know, this is definitely much better kitchen. And then our 1 hour kitchen, so much better than all the rest. We even have a full-on dining table compared to just an island. The detail on this one is so much more than all of the others. It's definitely not what I'm used to. I'm used to like doing like a cabinet sort of kitchen, so like with this open shelving, I don't really know what to do. It kind of looks a little bare to me. But for trying something new, I mean, I don't think it looks bad. I mean, let me know what you think down in the comments. Do you prefer open shelving or cabinets? Because there's some people who really like their open shelving. I personally really like my cabinets. Not only do we have a ton of prep space and a very overloaded counter, we have a full-on forest outside, which just makes this look so much better. And then we even have our own custom roof. So there's no doubt about it that this one is 100% better than the others. Anyways, that was me building a living room in 5 minutes, 15 minutes, and 1 hour. If you have any suggestions on how to make this better, especially when it comes to open shelving, please let me know down below. I'd also love to hear which of the 3 kitchens was your favorite, especially because all 3 are very different styles. And if you like this 5-minute, 15-minute, 1 hour challenge, thumbs up the video, let me know, and consider subscribing. Have a great day. And if you want to see me build a living room in 5 minutes, 15 minutes, and 1 hour, make sure to click the video on the top right. And if you want to see what a $500,000 bathroom looks like, make sure to click the video on the bottom right.